you know? And so right there, he has a decision. He can either argue and beg and all this other stuff, or he can leave that phone dangling off the hook, give it one last look and just walk away. And that particular part is the part that I assume that you're talking about. And that, my friend, takes what we in the war room call an iron mind. At that point in the relationship, if that boundary is crossed, you can non-emotionally say what you have to say and say, listen, it's either going to be this way or it's not. And a woman is either going to have to respect you or lose respect for you. And that respect is going to be held within whether you can hold your ground or not. I've done it and I've lived through the pain of it. And you just have to ask yourself, whose will is stronger, me or this 100-pound woman who is naturally, genetically more emotional than me? Am I going to let her beat me at a game of will and strength of the mind when I know that she's naturally more emotional than me? That, and understand that if you start contacting her or blowing her phone up or watching her stories or phoning her mom and doing all of these things that are emotional actions, she's naturally going to be less attracted to you. And you're going to push her further and further and further and further away until she lands on something you don't want her to land on. And that's the dude down the street, right? So you have to know that it's going to take an iron will and mind to be able to do this, because there's no pain greater than heartbreak. But you're not doing yourself a service by begging a woman to come back or catering to her breaking the rules of your frame, because she's not going to respect you if you can't be strong enough to have her be inside your frame. So I do believe respect equals love, and any man that wants to garner respect for a woman, particularly in a breakup, needs to be able to leave the phone dangling off the hook.
Just walk away.
Yeah. Catch that rodeo, cowboy. Because guess what? In a few years, when you win the rodeo, the phone's going to ring again. Then it's up to you what to do.
Yeah. And that part is really sad. At least in my experience, it was sad because it's
the worst part.
Yeah, I still care about her and I wanted her to be happy.
Yeah.
But there was no going back.
Right. Bro, and you can shock a woman that way. You know, I've had conversations like that. It's like, you know what? I don't even act like a hard ass. I'm really going to miss you. You know, I'm really going to miss you. Take care. And she's like, wait, what? That's it? Cold. Gotta be a G, bro. Yeah. That's the game. The hard part about this world is, like, people complain about women, but I think being a man, you actually have a better shot, because a lot of times women, they get all of their value at early. They get beauty. And that is a currency in this world. Beauty is a currency. So they get all their value at an early age and they get this beauty. But as a man, you're not guaranteed to ever have value, but you have the opportunity to rule your own world. And what's tricky and harmful or hard for women, I believe, and why I feel sorry for women sometimes, like, I don't think women have it easy, is because they can go conquer the same things that we went to conquer, except they've disqualified themselves from men. A woman that makes a bunch of money might as well be 6'4". Like, she puts herself out of the dating pool because of hypergamy wants you to go to a cross or up. Mm-hmm. So the more financially successful she gets, the harder it is to find a date to prom because she's taller than all the boys.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's fair. I believe women in the workplace are fucking phenomenal. I'll be the first one to say that. I feel for them because they run into that scenario. And that particular young lady will probably have to go so high up the pecking order that once she finds a guy that she can submit to like that, he's probably going to have multiple women. Is it fair? No, sir, it's not fair. Is life fair? No, sir, it's not. She'll also break a bunch of hearts of men that tried and tried and tried and tried on the way up. It's quite the predicament that we're in 2023, but I don't think there's a good or bad side in the situation. But as a man, you need to be able to walk away. You need to be able to keep your respect for yourself, and you need to go work on you, because begging a woman back or catering and negotiating will never work. It is just simply a shit test that you will lose in. And I have no hate in my heart for women. I genuinely believe that. It's been my experience.